Yeah, you're not.
yet, but I'm just,
I wondered what happened. Thank you. This is on, right? Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank26 UB2Bs. It's good to be with you. It is the 9th of January 2026. We are KTFalways.com. Before we do anything, because KTFalways.com, KTFA stands for Keep the Faith. Keep the faith always in our Heavenly Father. Would you join me as we pray to prepare ourselves for our call tonight? Greetings, Heavenly Father. By the blood of your Son, Jesus, through the Holy Spirit, I come to your realm. I come into your world. And I ask you to help me to love. You told me to love my neighbors. You also told me to hate sin. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. I ask you to improve me. I ask you to prune me. Pruning is never fun, but it is often necessary, especially in my case, in order to remove the tumors of sin. I'm grateful, Father, for everything between you and I. I am grateful for our relationship. And I know that you can hear me. I know you're here. It took me so long to be able to hear you in my heart. How old do you have to be to believe in you, God? I've seen children at a very young age that know you well. Help me, God, to know you just as well and to teach others about you. It is in the name of your Son, Jesus, by the Holy Spirit, that I pray to you, that I talk to you. Amen, amen, amen. It's good to be with you, family. We're here to study the Iraqi dinar. And everything that I say to you is just in my opinion. How do you like my blue shirt? It's my opinion. It ain't worth much, I guess, huh? Look, there are some things that I would like to say to you. But it's difficult. Yesterday after we finished with our UB2B, I think there was like 7, 8 people. You know how you can make comments after the UB2B? There's like 7 or 8 people that threw up. They threw up all over the comment section, angry, angry at our teachings. You know, calling me a conniver, a lying guru, a deceiver, a thief. I'm stealing your money. They have no idea how much we help people. um, yeah, waste my time with them. I used to talk to them. I used to let them yell at me. No, I just removed them and banned them all. more than likely they're back again. They even though they've been kicked out, they sneak back in. But they dare not say anything stupid the second time around because it's harder to get back in a third or fourth time because you run out of options, you run out of emails, I guess. Why am I telling you this? Because I care for them. Well, then why did you kick them out, Frank? Because I care for you. They contaminate us. I think we do a decent job. And when we make mistakes, we clean up our mess. And thank God those mistakes are far in between all of the things that we tell you. Why do we have such large numbers that come and visit us? Because they respect what we do. Thank you, Motro. There's someone that respects. Thank you, Motro. God bless you. Yeah, they come by the masses because they want to hear what we have to say. Last week, one of our UB2B said over 3,000. Oh, Tuesday, over 3,000 people were listening to us. That's a big responsibility. So that's why I get rid of people that are negative. Now, I'm not going to say that they depressed me. I'm not going to say that that I'm in a bad mood and I don't want to share. Um, we will, but but what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this. Um, how many people? I brought my laptop out today so that I could see you, and not even 800 people. Okay, well that tells me a lot. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to share with you, our report from Eddie and Sammy and them guys. And then I'm going to tell you something. What's the title of your UB2B? Well, thank you, Linda Tetrick. I'm glad you appreciate it. What's the title of your UB2B? Trash Dog says two. That's right. I, Philia Payne says two. Travis, John Smith, Bacchus. Very good. Two what? Two what? I, I suppose that I would like to confess something to you. What I wish to confess to you is you take care of it. What I wish to confess to you is that I'm not telling you everything. And you know what? That was what one of those 7 or 8 people last night in the comments. That was one of the things that they really were angry about. How dare you not tell us what you know? You better give it. And I'm thinking, whoa, what? You know? Wow. Okay. You don't demand a gift. Uh, but I'd like to, like I said, I'd like to tell you something. And oh, look at Ophelia says, I read that comment. Yeah, they're gone, aren't they, Ophelia? But what I'd like to tell you is that, yeah, I'm not telling you everything. I can't. I want to. Oh, believe me, man, if I could get us all together in one room, lock the doors, close the windows, tape every crack, don't let nobody hear us, I'd love to talk to all of you and tell you the things that are in my heart and my mind. I try to tell you what's in our reports. I even show them to you. But Donnie, thank you. Thank you. We're starting our campaign for walking sticks treatment for next week. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah, I feel good about our investment. I don't worry about our investment. I am secure in what I am doing. I even told you, I said to God, "Are you serious? You had me doing this, what's going on 18 years on the internet with these forums? 18 years. We're the only ones with a forum for 18 years. Really? Why did you waste my time, God? Did I not give myself to you? Did I not say whatever your will is, it is my will, God? Didn't I say that? For the last 18 years, you're telling me your will was for me to deceive people, to lie to people. Really, God? No. And I say no to you with a smile because I- I'm not telling you everything. Peter J. Ram says, "Well, that's good to hear. I hope you're talking about me, what I'm saying to you." JT says, "I see it in your face and you want to say a lot more, but you have someone beside you holding your reins." No, they ain't. They're not holding me. No, although I respect them. All my teams would take a bullet for me as I would take one for them. Here's what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to read to you our team's reports from Iraq. And obviously, I have to, you know, play a little hopscotch here. Depending on where the stone lands, I can only take so many hops and then, sidestep a few and then keep on going. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. And then when we finish that, I'd like to talk to you and explain too. Now, I requesting blue couch session. Everything is a blue couch, Paul. Just about everything that I say to you is in my opinion, but I think you know. Talk to you on the blue couch. Okay, well, you know what? No, I can't because you know damn well what the blue couch represents. So my heart breaks. My heart yearns. Is that the word? Yearn. It longs. It has a desire. It bleeds to talk to you, and I just can't. So I see you every day, and I try to lift you, and I try to separate the wheat from the chaff. Not so much the truth from the lies, because I don't know all the truth, but the exaggerations from the truth. Oh yeah, you can. We spot exaggeration. We spot lies with no problems. I don't waste my time with them. But if they come into our forum, into our UB2B, no, yeah, we get rid of them. We ban them. They're out of here. So I sleep good at nights most of the time. I put my head on the pillow and I pray, and I could, if I wanted to, I could fall asleep with a smile on my face. What do you mean? What I mean is that I don't worry about this. I don't doubt it. I don't second guess it because of what I can't. Me, To a degree, yeah. It's not. It's not like I wanted it. It comes to me. God brings it. Today, just before I got on, brilliant geniuses of the oil industry. He had him to his right and he had him to his left. And he was just talking. I mean, this packed with hundreds of reporters. Dear God, and he's just vibrant. It reminds me when I say to you, I'm going to open it up for Q&A. You guys hit me with every question that there is. It's like fighting Joe Frazier. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I almost lost my laptop. I mean, I get cuts from you. I get jabs from you. I get bolo punches. I get hits in the rabbit punches. I get every punch from you with every question, just like Donald Trump. But what was interesting is that when Donald Trump was done. I mean, they bombarded him with so many questions about what, the oil in Venezuela and all that. And when he was done, he says, "Why didn't you ask these guys questions? You fake news. You treat me like crap. Why didn't you ask them and see what they say to you?" So the next thing you know, the reporters, the oil industry, mega powerhouses of oil industry, all of them said, "Thank you, sir." Two of them from Venezuela. One of them American-born, American citizen from Venezuela in the oil industry with Exxon. He said, "Thank you, Mr. President. We can now go and do this. We used to. This was my land, and I never could. Now we can. Thank you for opening." Every one of those oil magnates were just so grateful and that's it. The respect that they showed to Donald Trump. The respect that they showed to Donald Trump. Because of what he has done and what he's accomplished. Thank you for your respect, for the things that we have brought you and try to explain. Copy. Okay. Alrighty, family. Let's go see what they have to say today, okay? You want to? Again, most of it I'll read to you. For you? Okay. Now, when I read all of this to you, most of it is going to be their opinion and their analysis of what's going on. Yesterday, we updated you up to the point where I told you that Alak was bombarded with questions, and I think that he might have had a nervous breakdown. And they said, "Okay, fine, no more questions, but we'll pick this up next week." Okay. Have you seen yesterday? Oh man, this one guy, I forget, a young man in his late 20s, early 30s, was bombarding with this person with questions about what happened in Minnesota, the 9 billion that they stole, and all the questions that he was asking the man was trying to double talk, but the man that was asking the question just shut him down. He says, like, "Do you know how many Somali, la, la, la?" And the guy said, "No, but I can," and he said, 470. What? And then, "Do you know how many Somalians have saw on Social Security?" What? No, no, I don't. 5,700. Ask you another question. "Do you know how many Somalians are? No, you don't. Okay, 7,426." Oh, it was brilliantly done what that guy did. That's how you answer questions. But these are summaries. And I just want to point that out to you before I read all of this. Good grief, man. Oh, well, we just start there. How about that? You're cutting it in half, man. Wow. You see, that's the problem, family. When I tell you that there's things I want to tell you, but yesterday we had our UB2B at 4, and it was over at 5:30. Okay, so then maybe here. Let's start here instead, because this is a good summary. Now, as you know, they're dealing with the borders and the customs and the tariffs and the taxes. And the question is, well, okay, we can do that, but at 1310, there's two problems. There's not enough money for us to pay all this. And number two, those that want to come into our country with the products and services and imports and all that, there's no profit for them at 1310. And there's actually another problem. This is on the Asakura system, the international standards. 1310 doesn't work with them. They don't accept that kind of rates. Hmm. The Asakuda system doesn't. The international world will probably take your 1310, but I don't think you're going to do very well. Television. So let's start here. 6 o'clock yesterday when we left off with each other. Okay, here we go. Television is showing updates on the new custom tariffs and traders. It's all on the upside plus with the exchange rate 1300. It's basically the same as before. And we can afford things now because the prices will be going up because traders have passed on the extra fees to the citizens at the beginning of this quarter for citizens. Not going to be good. Not going to be good for us. New custom announcements on all of this. New custom announcement report. Item based duties. Item based duties. Iraq has moved away from its old flat fee structure for import containers. Instead, customs duties are now calculated on a per item basis. This means that they're using the international harmonized system codes to determine each product tax rate individually. So, no more blanket rates on an entire container. And once again, how can they do this at 1300, Mr. Frank, under the new laws? It doesn't make sense. Number two, this is causing tariff increases. Tariff increases, for example, on hybrid cars and medicine here in Iraq. One major change is that the hybrid and electric vehicles, which were previously tax exempt to encourage green policy garbage, now faces a 15% custom tax. In addition, custom duties on medicines have jumped from 0.5% to 5%. That's a tenfold increase. How are we going to pay for these things, Mr. Frank? Number three, there's an immediate impact to this. Yeah, if they don't give you a new rate, the immediate impact is that you're all broke. Immediate impact. These changes were enforced starting January the 1st, 2026, and there's no grace period. Now, that means, Frank, that a lot of traders and importers are scrambling because shipments that were in transit when the rule kicked in are now stuck with the new higher rates. But if they come out with a new exchange rate, gentlemen, that nullifies the higher rates. Key takeaways from what we've just told you. Iraq's custom is basically tightening up and aligning more with international norms. So 1310 cannot work. It is illogical. It's going to cause some short-term headaches for importers and likely drive up prices on certain goods if we don't get our new exchange rate. Mr. Frank, we'd like to talk to you about the television now. So, on one hand, Iraq is saying, quote, we were setting custom duties based on international harmonized standards. Yeah. Now, sir, that's basically them modernizing our tax structure to match global norms. They're shifting from blanket container based fees to a system where each item is taxed according to its category. That's what the WTO wants. That's a step towards international best practices. It sure is. And 1300 will function with it, but it will not be profitable with it. So therefore, pretend that you're going to have increase in your economy, in your imports exports. Pretend all you want, but you won't. But Mr. Frank, on the other hand, Iraq is still using a program. Here we go, huh? They're still they see, but the problem is, yeah, I've already said it, gentlemen. But go ahead and read it, Frank. The problem, Frank, is that Iraq is still using a program rate for its currency. That is a tool to keep their monetary policy stable. Essentially, they are creating a situation where custom duties are based on global standards, but the exchange rate is kept fixed for stability reasons. Not going to work at 1310. We need a stable rate. So, are they short changing themselves? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. They are prioritizing stability over immediate alignment with an international rate. That rate is coming, sir. It has been well calculated. The global world knows this. That's why they're lining up at our borders. If not, they wouldn't be there. It is a balancing act. They want to keep inflation in check and ensure economic stability before they float or adjust the dinar to a more international rate. Hell yes. That's why I sleep like a baby. Continuing. Now the television has this direct answer. Instead of absolute, they're saying direct today. All right. Government spokesman Basim Al Awadi has clarified that Iraq has not imposed any new taxes. You mean to tell me that the taxes are waiting for the new exchange rate too? Dang! Add another one. Add another log to the fireplace, man. Wow. His recent statement emphasized that the government is focused on economic stability and reforms, but no, the what? What? The government is focused on economic stability and the reforms. The reform. Really? Yeah, that the government is focused on economic stability and the reforms, but additional tax measures have been introduced soon. You can find this in the Iraqi news. Okay. Oh, dear God. Hold on, family. This thing threw up on me. Wow. Thank you. Alrighty. Basami al Awadi, the official spokesman for the Iraqi government, has been very local and regional. No, that's not good. Well, here's where we were reading. Basami al Awadi has clarified that Iraq has not imposed any new taxes. Not yet. Why? Because you're waiting for the news. His recent statement emphasized that the government is focused on economic stability and the reforms. Because the stability is what will open the reforms. But no additional tax measures have been introduced on Iraq. All this on Iraqi news, Mr. Frank. Of course not. They're waiting for the new exchange rate. The contents of Awadi's statement. Basami Al Awadi, the official spokesman for the Iraqi government, has been vocal, Mr. Frank, in the recent months about economic issues, particularly sanctions and budget reforms. Particularly about yeah, you better move, sucker, unless you want sanctions. Particularly about the sanctions and the budget reforms. Budget reforms? Separate those two words. He stressed that no new taxes have been imposed until you get the new rate, countering a speculation that the government might introduce fresh levies to address the budget gaps. No, no, just give us a new rate and shut up. Levies. I mean, you're running out of things to say. Levies, huh? Next point. Instead, the government is prioritizing economic reforms, diversification, and stability, especially in light of external pressure, such as the United States sanctions. What would I say? What I say? Repeat after me. Don't lift the value, and we'll slap you. We'll pimp slap you with sanctions. Sorry. You're right. It's like, let's talk about Iraq's current tax situation because they want to fricking raise it, and we don't have anything to pay with it until they raise the value of our currency, and that's why they haven't imposed it yet. Iraq's 2025 federal budget is approximately 150 trillion dinars, but only 3 trillion dinars come from tax revenues. You know what? You should write that down. I'll say it again. Iraq's 2025 federal budget is approximately 150 trillion dinars, but only 3 trillion dinars come from tax revenues. Well, where the name of God did the rest of it come from? More than likely from a new exchange rate. Continuing. This shows a heavy reliance on oil revenues and highlights the need for reform. No kids. No kidding, Sherlock. That's kind of what I said from the new exchange rate. Continuing, Prime Minister Mohammed Shai al Sudani has acknowledged the imbalance and called for reviewing and strengthening tax collection, but no new taxes have been enacted. No, and they won't be until we get the two. Huh? The government's approaches to improve compliance and inefficiency in existing tax structure rather than burden the citizens with new levies. Just stop it. Now, why does this matter? What do you mean? Why does this matter? Because it's going to bring you the security stability that we need for the new exchange rate. Why does this matter? Economic stability. Duh. Iraq is under pressure from sanctions. What sanctions? What are you talking about? Huh? You know of any sanctions that they put on Iraq? You know any sanctions that they put on Iraq? Economic stability. Iraq is under pressure from sanctions and regional instability. Not really. You're stable. But what do you mean? Who put sanctions on you? Avoiding new taxes helps maintain public trust and prevents further strain on households. Now, the reform focus. Okay, so you want to be serious, huh? Yeah, let's talk about the reform. Let's focus on that. And here's what we want to say: the government is working on diversifying revenue sources beyond oil, like purchasing power. But the reforms are being the monetary reform. But the monetary reforms are being framed as structural improvements rather than new taxations. Okay. Public messaging. Public messaging. Yeah, we want the public to know this. The following. Al Awadi's statement is meant to reassure the citizens and the investors that Iraq's fiscal policy remains stable and predictable. Not at 1300. What are the risks and calculations? What are the risks and calculations? Number one, revenue shortfall. Oh, you have problems with liquidity? Tell me about it. With such a small share of tax revenue compared to total spending, Iraq's continued dependence on oil prices. We need to diversify. Point number two, further adjustments. While no new taxes are imposed now, reforms, no, you mean monetary reform. And I'm going to say it, monetary reform may eventually require broadening the tax base. Do you understand? I hope so. Next point, sanctions. Oh, you want to talk about? I didn't know. Tell me about them. Sanction impact. External sanctions could indirectly pressure Iraq to reconsider fiscal measures, though the government insists it will not impose new taxes at this stage. Find this in New Arab Frank. Summary for sharing. Basim al Awadi confirmed that Iraq has not imposed any new taxes. The government is focused on the monetary reform and stability, with tax revenue still making up only a small fraction of the budget. Okay. Midnight. Midnight this morning. Today. Television has this Friday morning. Sure, I'll break it down and yeah, I like how he said, sure, I'll break it down. Okay. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Jonathan. Sure, I'll break it down in simpler terms for you. Basically, there were some loud explosions in different parts of Iraq on Friday, and it happened around the same time that Israel was launching airstrikes on Iran. Because of this, Iraq has closed its airspace and stopped flights for a while just to stay safe. In short, sir, it's a big deal because it shows that the tension in the region is pretty high right now. Give us the new exchange rate. That will nullify this tension. Frank, now this is 10 o'clock this morning. The TV guy talking about former CBI Governor Dr. Shabibi. He said that the dinar would go down incrementally before any major revaluation. Well, we don't know what he's talking about, increments, and this is not a revaluation, is it? Yes, it is entirely possible that the Central Bank of Iraq will reduce the dinar's exchange rate incrementally before they carry out a full revaluation. They have done it before, like in early 2023 when they nudged the rate down a little bit. It's basically a way to keep everything stable and to avoid any sudden changes in the economy. Next point. So, in short, yes, incremental reductions are on the table before any big revaluation happens. This, but before I go any further, uh, this they're saying is a stall tactic from. Oh, I'm sorry. This we are saying is another stall tactic from Allah at this rate dropping 10 points every 2 years. It is insanity, I say. But gentlemen, look, number one, they're talking to you and telling you that before the revaluation, do you understand they just self-confessed? They just told you there's a revaluation coming to you of your currency. And I understand that they're trying to tell you that they're going to do it slowly but surely. Well, you know that's a bunch of whatever. It is, Mr. Frank, because Allah said at this rate, dropping 10 points every 2 years definitely is stupid because the bottom line is Allah is holding back. We know this. The rate is waiting for us. The new rate is ours. And who knows? At 10 points every 2 years, it'll take forever. Allah is using this methodology that he introduced to us yesterday to his advantage, not allowing the dollar market up fully close so that his friends can continue to steal. A lot trying to justify this 1300 will take 60 years to get to 1000 at 10 points every 2 years. We know Allah is crooked, and unfortunately, 2026 may be a wash because of what they are doing to us. No, it's not. No, it's not, gentlemen. Calm down. Mr. Frank, on the television, this guy on TV, he's trying to paint a good picture. He is talking about Dr. Shabibi. Shabibi said that prior to a major evaluate, you see that? Well, now, okay. So you see that's right. That's right. It's not a reevaluation, it's the evaluation, which is the redenomination. Anyways, so Dr. Shabibi had said prior to a major evaluation that we would see the dinar incrementally move. And we've seen that over the past year, so we don't need to see it done. And it recently went from 1320 to 1310, right? And it was they're telling us it was 1300 all this time, so there was a small movement that he is talking about. We just don't know when they're preparing for the major well, here he says reevaluate. For the major move evaluating is the way he's trying to paint the picture on television, saying that they're trying to get the budget under control for spending and not have overspending with a new rate. But that was positive. At least it was positive. He's trying to turn it as a positive on the television. Yeah, the Economist always does that. Thank God. Continuing today, 2 o'clock. Our buddy's on the television. I know he is. You just gave me his report. But he says that the custom tariffs will have serious repercussion, and he says that the dinar has lost its value. What more do you want from this guy, guys? Gentlemen, what more do we want from them? Every day when they come out and they give you bullshit, he comes out and he cleans the bullshit, doesn't he? I shouldn't have said it that way. I should, that's bull. That's how never mind. Then I talk, okay? My turn. And I talk too much. Gentlemen, thank you for your reports. I'd like to share something with you. But I need your word of honor that you will not tell anyone, except those that we trust, those that we talk with. Do you agree? And then all of them, one after another. Yes, we honor you. Yes, respect you. We take care of you. Yes, yes. Then I get to the part where I say, okay, gentlemen, I want to share something with you. So I said, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I had a dream. There's your blue couch, huh? And that's where I stopped. That I don't have the desire. Then they respond to it. And they all said, yes, yes. And we won't say a word. We'll keep it to ourselves, all that good stuff. Eddie says, wonder what. So, and this is where I will share with you. So, so I will then stop. Now I stop, but I wanna say something to you, family, like I did with my teams, and I shared it with Walking Stick. But I don't want to share it with you in its totality. But I will say this: that in my opinion, the monetary reform of Iraq, the whole concept of adding value to their currency, bringing purchasing power by lifting the three zeros and introducing the lower notes and going international into a float. That's 1,000%, in my opinion. 1,000%. I was looking for it on January. I was looking for it on December, but no, that I was misleading. I was deceiving myself. January the 1st, but it is the Middle East. And yesterday we talked about the fact that my teams gave me another time frame, which I didn't share with you either. No, I'm not going to share that either. But I think you can figure it out based on what Dr. Shabibi wants. But this, allow me to say this: that yeah, I am very at ease. I'm very comfortable. Like I said, I sleep very well at night, and I prepare for the future. I don't guess about the future. And in my opinion, um, in my opinion, I'm looking for two more. Let's call them papers. Let's call them documents. Let's call them. Looking for two more. Now, the thing is, what are those two? So, uh, so I said, listen, thank you, but we can't share something like that. But if you could tell me what those two things are, when I see boom boom, you know. So I say to you, all of you, I pray that you enjoyed your UB2B with me tonight. God bless you all. Thank you kindly for coming and being with me. Hey, you picked up a lot. More than half of this is not in articles, and it's what do you call it? Like it's live, live. It's on time, live. How do you say it? Real time? Thank you, guys. Yeah. This is when you listen to our UB2Bs, it's real time study. Well, shoot, I show you from the moment. Look here, at 6 o'clock. It's report after report after report will come in, and tomorrow I share it with you. But the ones that you know, friends that called and said some things, and I said thank you, and then I asked for more, and who knows, maybe I'll get more. I don't know, but I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for two fun. You know something? Between you and I can't help but to wonder if one of those two things is the HCL. I don't know, but if it is possible that they could, and I know you're listening to me right now. If it's possible that it can be told to me, I appreciate it. And you know that I guarded viciously, ferociously. Nobody, you can't toward, you can't get it out. So if I get that, then I will guide us. And that's what a shepherd does. It will guide us in that direction. So if you study the Iraqi dinar with me, you know, do you feel like asking me some? No, no. That was dumb. I was just gonna say, do you feel like asking me some questions? That's why I brought this. That's why I brought this out, this laptop, to see if I could answer some of your questions. I don't know if I should stop and take the time to answer your questions or not, because I know you're gonna probably center it on what I just told you. How about 10 questions? 10 good questions, okay? Not like, well, Frank, if you was I and I was you, and in between, what question would you ask yourself in the mirror? Huh? Hmm? What? Okay, so let me go into the form. Am I a member of our forum? I hope so too. Okay, let me hit refresh. Where does it say to show the questions? Oh. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and start asking questions and let me doom. Oh my goodness, already, Frank, I told you two more laws pass to pass for reform. Yeah, well that's wonderful, Texas, but that's not what I have. That's two more laws to be passed. Yeah, I did. So let's have fun. Let's see if I can be of any help to somebody. Oh, another one is already deleted. What do you think about the Boulevard? Well, Brett, the Boulevard is going to be coming into our lives pretty soon because of what Trump is doing. And I've asked our broker permission to sell the Venezuela Boulevard. So he's in the process of getting permission and through his licenses to do just that. Let's go to the next. Oh, H. You say Texas. You say it is the HCL 12-2C. Well, yeah, that's what I said. What is the other one? What's the other one, Texas? That was too easy. You're kidding? No. All right. This is a great present. I sleep well. I'm good, David, because you know something. I told my admins yesterday, call me, and some of them did. They saw what I said, and I told them what I'm not sharing, and they were very happy. What goes on with the bank stories that had appointments early this year? What goes on with them, Brian? They're done. They had their appointments. They got all the information. Although, Brian, we are going to be bringing in another bank story probably in about 2 days of a follow up. Ironically enough, that you asked that question of a follow up, and I think it's out of California. Happy birthday, Lisa. Okay, happy birthday. What's going on with the bank store? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That's the one I just read. Renee says, "Are the two HCLs the lower?" No, you see, that's. I told you not to do that. What else is there? What's going on? I just read that. Is Mark? Oh, Bud. Oh, and your name is Mark too, Bud. Mm. Bud Mark 1. You're asking the question: is Mark in Iraq? Yes. Now do you see why it's down to two? I'm glad that I opened it up. Good, because I forgot to tell you that. I forgot to tell you that. Yeah. Next, let's see what else I can find on here. Yeah, don't tell me what the two are family because I told you that's not. What is this? I something said something here. Where's I? When are Savaya and his team going to be there, or are they there now? Yeah, they're there now, and that is a big clue to you. Good job, good students, good. You opened up the door, the right window. Do you think that Iraq is going to face the same things as Iran with the currency stuff, leading to riots? No, no. Iraq is in much better control. Iran is being stimulated to riot, not Iraq. So is Venezuela. Is it? Is it again? I'm not. Told you don't do that. I believe it's a federal. Okay. Alrighty. If you have a question, alrighty. I believe Frank loves just saying. I believe Frank love just saying. Whatever that is, Peggy. Frank, can you please repeat that? Repeat what, Brett? Angel. Question. Hi, Frank. You know, if my name was Jack, you couldn't say that if I was on an airplane. Hi, Jack. Nope. Question, Frank. Can thank you. I have heard that maybe in Australia, the Iraqi dinar might not be revalued. Your thoughts? And should it not be worldwide? Thank you, Angelo Cuzilia. No, anywhere that they've exchanged foreign currency, once you can do it now if they exchange foreign currency, but you ain't going to get much of a return. So, no, there'll be plenty of places. Also, I keep saying it. This is the 1,478th time I say it. The CBI will have thousands of private banks across the world for you to take your three zeros in and turn them in. Let's see. J Funkadelic. Funny. How about sharing with the rest of us that don't subscribe what the time frame is? That would be nice. Again, you don't play with those time. No, no. And every time, and the last one I gave was for January the 1st, and I said, in my opinion, and it didn't happen, and it devastated enough people that they spit in my face. They're not adults. They're not professional students. So no, it's not worth it. But I did tell you that my teams have analyzed another time frame, which you can figure out because I already gave you the clue. What does Dr. Shabibi want? Uh, Mr. Cut Cost? Is that really your name? Cut Cost? Cut Cost? Did your mom and dad not like you when you were born? They couldn't cut costs? You say I have a bank story. Well, I'll tell you what, I have a phone. Write this down. My phone number is 419 283 2552. 419 283 2552. If you want, you're welcome to call me and listen to what your story is, okay? In the meantime, Frank, I prayed quickly. Okay, 20 acres praying already. Are we waiting for the complete seating of the government? Yes. Cancel my question. Okay. Frank, do you remember Kuwait pulled the same denials just before the RV? Yes, Vance. And also China. Many countries have done the same thing. If Iraq keeps delaying, could the Don go first? Yeah, Carolyn, but trust but Carolyn, the Iraqi dinar will go first, in my opinion. He's been there 3 days. If I was paying attention, you talking about Savaya. Has Savaya handed over the football? Does green stand for go? No, it used to stand for the green zone, but we don't worry about because we don't have anybody there anymore. Uncle, when are you going to exchange? Well, that's a good way of putting it. Derek, if we are waiting for the HCL, then we are waiting for a minimum. We are waiting for a minute for the reinstatement. Yeah, yeah, not too long, huh? 1 minute. Has Parliament finished voting on all leadership positions back us? No, not all. Still need that president. Kathy Chris. Hi, Kathy. How are you, sweetheart? Frank, do you think we wait till April the 1st due to Dr. Shabibi? Oh, Kathy, look at the pretty blue sky. But also, Kathy, if you remember yesterday, we made it pretty clear that Sammy and Eddie feel that it should be before that, in their opinion. Hey, everybody's got a good opinion. Travis, does Mark still have the. Scott, what happened with the visit from Mark? I listened daily. I hope I didn't miss the info. Kathy, Chris, Frank, do you think we'll still. Oh, you already asked that question. Frank, do you remember Kuwait pulled it? Oh, why is this repeating itself? Pretty much currency roundup period. Okay, Derek. Do you have any good green plants in your greenhouse? No, not a single one. Sorry about that, Vance. Frank, do you think I will have any hair left after this? Well, I, I've due to chemotherapy and this stress, I've lost half of my hair. Let's see. No rate date. That's right. Frank, do you think that we wait until April the 1st should be? Oh, Kathy again. Kathy, I already answered this, but you've asked 3 times. I will be calling after the first basket for sure. The person with the bank story, my phone number is 419-283-2552. Go ahead and call me if you want to share the story. I won't say your name. The people that lash out are scared and worried, and as in the past, they will be betrayed. I experienced similar ups and downs. Yeah, I know. Outroad, I know. Oh, Galway girl, Frank, our trust in the chase, and we heard Jamie Dimon is going down. What banks should we be looking into, in your opinion? Maybe credit unions. We all have a lot of money. Do not want to put in jeopardy. Galway girl, I'd like to answer that question, but my team has told me to stop talking and sharing that type of information. It's too powerful now, and I've already shared a lot of that. But I got a feeling one day we will meet. And if we ever do meet in person, you ask me anything you want. Let's see here. Joanne, will Sudani be con- confirmed shortly as prime minister? Yes. Now that we are there, yes. Yeah, in my opinion. Roger, is the Frank, is the white suit all cleaned up and ready to go? It sure is, brother. Hey, y'all want to see that? Let's stop with the questions. Hold on. Never in the history of the world has any city. Okay. Oh, here's another one that's blocked out. Frank, do you regret telling people that the currencies such as the Boulevard and the Zim are garbage and they should throw them away? No, I never said to throw them away. I said store them. I said Zimbabwe, they don't use the currency, but one day they might again. You got to be careful. I'm not the stupid guru that you go listen to, okay? Jeez, Louis, no wonder they got rid of your question. Anyways, I'm done. Yeah, no more. What was I going to? Oh, yeah. Here. If you study the Iraqi dinar with me, God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Around 5 o'clock. If you stick around for aloha, I'm going to have fish. Probably going to get it out of my tank. And I'm going to put I'll go with lime today. You see me pick fruit from my greenhouse. You'll see me pick a lime today. But in the meantime, I want to show you something. Because a lot of you ask me, you're always asking me. Okay, first of all, you ever see me with when I come out? Sometimes I have a lay on, or I have a chain on, or sometimes I put it around my wrist. Um, that's that's all. Or I wear a flower. And that's all the flowers. Okay, so everybody wants to know the room of my suits. These are the ties. They're all in different categories. You got the blues, you got the blacks, you got the reds, you got the whites, you got the. These are all the hankies. There's about 300 of them, every color in the spectrum. These are the pins. There's more pins. These are the purple, red, white, and blue, yellow, orange, and blue. Purple, for the flag, gold, orange, and blue suits. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Um, these are the blue and green suits. Those are the white suits. Those are the vests. I don't know how many vests there are. Those are the red suits and the gold suits. Oh, this doesn't look it, but they're supposed to be solid black. But those are the black suits. Those are the pastel shirts. They're separate from the regular shirts in the other closet. They're all color coordinated. And they sent me a new suit, family. I'm not supposed to show it to you, but there it is. This Tuesday, for the first time ever, it was about 3 months ago, I wore champagne for the first time. And because we were thinking we were going to pop it, but this one is for Trump. This one's for Trump. And I'll be wearing it on Tuesday. God bless you. Sweet aloha. Please sleep with a smile on your face tonight, okay? Will you do that? Whoa. Hey, Jan, come here. Look, hurry. You see that? You ever seen anything like that? If I go, I have no idea where. Oh my word! It froze my. But somebody's trying to do me wrong, evil. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, family. It turns out that I'm going to show you a lime. I need a pair of scissors. Come with me. Let's go and pick a lime so that I can put it on my on my fish for tonight. Ready, Tank? Come with me. Fight your way through the jungle. And cut your way through. And cut through. Careful, don't fall, Dad. Sadly, honey, it's so dark back here. Dandy, really? That's interesting. The ambient light here. Here, come. Oh, how do we do this? I'm gonna come all the way over here, and so are you. Come all this way over here. I'm gonna point with the pair of scissors, okay? And by pointing with the pair of scissors, Hopefully they'll be able to see it. It's right, right, right there. Right. Where's my scissors?
I see it.
Oh, actually, let me get there. I think I see it now. But get up here. Oh, it smells so good, doesn't it? Gee whiz! Get it from the bottom. There. And now there. Ah. So this is my lime. When you grow your own food, it smells so fresh. The oils are still on there, not no chemical smells on it. You can take this skin and you make a tea out of it because the oils are still very fresh with it. You can also use this medicinally as well too. For example, inflammation around your ankles, your hands. These peels, citric acid will help that as well. Let me come out of here. But that's what I got. Oh, by the way, y'all remember I showed you the cactus? Remember the cactus? Look, the cactus is growing little bunny heads. Look at that. There's one right there growing. There's another one there. Look at over here, honey. Right there. And where did we get these? Where did we get these cactuses? Remember, Jan? They were on the ground
Oh yeah.
in the hotel that
In
we were
Florida.
staying in. Yeah, in Florida. When we left the hotel in Florida, we saw. Oh, let's go out here. We saw these cactus ears, the cactus ears that were laying on the floor or floor on the grass. Man, smell that. That smells so fresh. Mm. But anyways, I just didn't think that it would be nice to leave them lay in there and die, wither away, dehydrate. So I went into the hotel and I got some paper towels, and I wrapped them up. First, I took off all the spines. And in the Mexican culture, we eat cactus. We eat cactus. What is it? Too bright? We take the bunny ear, like a potato, a peeler. Take off all the cactus. You better get off all those spines. Try to get them all off. Okay. Then we wash it. Okay. Then you take a knife and you slice it. Now, cactus are succulents, so they kind of got a lot of sticky moisture in it. But anyway, so you slice it, and they look like green beans. You can cut it in half if you want, and saute a little. I like sesame seed, virgin olive oil is just as fine, and throw some garlic in there, and then throw them. They're called nopal, and when we make them nopalitos, we put the nopalito in that oil with a little garlic, and then I take an egg, crack an egg, put it in, mix it in, and you got a little cilantro would be good too. Throw cilantro on there. So now you've got Mexican green beans mixed with eggs. Sometimes, sometimes you pass by food and you don't even realize it. God bless you all. Thank you kindly for. Oh, hold on. Thank you, sir. Gold, 4,513. Silver, 70, almost 78. Oil, 59. Dong has one, two, three, four. It's still four zeros. Venezuela Boulevard. For those of you that don't know about our app, our app has a lot of information that you can use. God bless you all. Sweet aloha.